Asiyeni guys. Give one word or term for each of the following descriptions. Write only the term next to the question number. Kanjani in the answer. Guys, abbreviations, acronyms, and examples will not be accepted. We should know what answer yako it's marginal cost. Bala in full with marginal cost. What about MC? What about MC? I'm talking about charter. You have MC charter. We were going to learn that. Or who does showing this? We were going to learn that. A market structure with high development cost prevent entry of other firms. Guys, there's a specification here. So you can't just say monopoly. No, be specific. Which monopoly? Artificial or natural? Because we are born with it is economic, not in nature. It better eat high developmental costs. The monopolist chooses the price quantity combination where the MR is what? Marginal revenue is what? It's positive. We should say, maximize the profit. Because guys, even though we are the only firm producing the particular product in the particular industry, the law of demand still applies. See, as the higher the price, the lower the quantities demanded. Again, the lower the price, the higher the quantities demand. That is still applicable. So that is why seeing as a monopolist, say at 4 in the morning and say, "Hi, price is no longer 10 rands, it's 15 rands now." You can't say that, because you know the market price will be reduced by that act. So rather, what should I do? I must go back, go look at my demand and look for the best price quantity combination which will yield into the maximum profit for us as well as a monopolist. So now I normally draw these two graphs. How's of my graph? Pepisa. Pepisa, 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 pepisa. I think it represents what? What are we referring to as well? We get it? Right. Pepisa. Then Nana. Pepisa. Hina. Much now? There's a lot of so. It's ha, 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 ha. Ha, basing power in now. Total revenue cash now. That's it now. So this is my total revenue. Right? If we maximum profit, you're using a half again. Okay. This is where I'm getting my maximum profit. How much price should I charge therefore? How much quantity should I therefore produce? Same as the July. If you are figure out demand. Oh, okay. These are the quantities determined. The quantities that I have to produce. Which price to charge? Oh, this is the price to charge. This is my price, the best combination the price and quantity which will yield into us into the maximum total revenue. Hello, hi. Yes, or hi. Oh, God. It's not even long. Hey. Oh, right. When a firm holds a technologically superior position that other firms cannot compete with, the firm is said to be a what? A technological monopoly. Technical superiority. Let's say DSTV. DSTV has a technical superiority over all these other broadcasting companies. Because even margin, umesi siyambukela manje parents angithi sihleli kusikhele Soweto siyakwazi umuntu nangu ngesithathe ethile libeka nangu mbapha enze ukuthi nokuthi yayizina ubala ukwenza ukuthi ukwazi ukukhombisa such games ubani DStv. SABC don't believe the show level so then is ubuka uyayibona lo ndaba le. So which therefore proves ukuthi ubani ushona ubani DStv has a technical superiority over other competitors. So sesothuini technological monopoly. Why? Because unani a technical superiority over the other firms. Are we together? Hello guys. Hello, hi. Okay. When a firm has power to charge any price for its products, generally monopolies, says it's we price they can get because they have full control over what? Over the price. A monopoly that does not exist in the real world, it's pure monopoly. It's a pure monopoly. I exist not in real. We are finding a machine one. No perfect competition, the good guys. See, the main condition which give rise to monopoly are those are barriers. Barriers to what? To end. So are they economic or are they not economic in what? In nature. Are we good? Right. Section B. Short questions. Name two types of monopolies. Natural, artificial, pure, technological. Right. Singular. Why do monopolies become inefficient and less innovative? Why is it that monopolies are inefficient, but and less what? And less innovative over time? When you have no competition, what do? You tend to relax. Guys, you tend to take a chill pill because you know nobody is competing with you, right? And then in the meanwhile, you are taking a chill pill. There's wastage change, and now we realize because very are you computer? No. I'm good. Right? Only a team. Yes, cool.
It's because they supply less at a higher price.
Yes, they supply less quantities at a higher price. Unlike, okay, look at the situation here. Your perfect competition. Look at they always produce at the lowest point of their average cost curve. Perfect competition. Where is it now? They supply more quantities at a lower reasonable price. You get it? But more fear now, we were interested in what? When we determine price and quantities to produce. You were interested in what? At the maximum profit. So what maximum profit here is it's all about us producing so many quantities and charging so much price. Do we care about the needs of the consumers? No. We are profit driven. And remember that we are price makers. You guys see that? Yeah. So Singati, they are inefficient. Why? Because there is no competition. Right? Number two, they do not produce at the lowest point of their AC curve. Right? Number three, we can say number three is that they produce low quantities at a higher price. Monopolies become inefficient and less innovative over time because they have no competition. They want to enjoy higher profits. Yes, in that. Hello, hi. Right. Why do monopolies exploit consumers? Charging higher prices, and limiting the quantities that they supply to the market. That's another reason why we are being exploited. Get a lot of it. Right. Why would government not allow monopolies to supply essential goods? Do you think this is a worthwhile effort? Guys. Hey, so there is one, but now it's common. We supply essential product, which is electricity. And we can now go to the place. I go to I will tell our case. So come around. Because government will not allow in our monopolies to produce our essential products because they'll be too expensive and they will not be affordable to the poor of the poorest. There is enough. Okay, but government will not allow monopolies to supply essential goods because it will become unaffordable by the poor. Because siyabazivelela bachacha ama-price kanjani? Akhanyayo asema-movie. Activity 3. Asiyeni. Study the graph below and answer the questions that follow. Oh, asiyibuke nje la graph le. Ngicela ukubuza. Yini le? Economic profit, economic loss, or normal profit? Guys, again, the placement of your AC curve, compare it with your AR curve. We are going to AC curve here to cut below the AR curve, which therefore gives us a profit. You get it? Right. Identify optimum production point on the graph above. Point one. The optimum production point. Need to imagine, guys. A, right, guys? A. A point way to the optimum production point. Why is this that point is the optimum production point? Because that is our profit maximization point, right? That is where our MR is equals to the MC. We good, guys. Right. Which curve represents the demand curve in the graph above? AR, let me slow down. Yeah. Briefly describe the term surplus capacity. Surplus capacity. It's profit. Yes. I guess Mama was producing more than what is actually required. Yes. We are using that. Abantu nje babone nje surplus capacity but no come and go. Oh, buffet too. Oh, okay. Right. So surplus capacity is the difference between the ideal output produced by a perfect competitor and the output produced by what? By a monopolist. Why am I saying no perfect competitor? Siyazi ukuthi perfect competitor bona producer kanjani in large quantities at a lower price. No monopolist is the same thing. No, you're producing what? In smaller quantities and in higher prices. Now, what is the surplus capacity for who? For the monopolist. Which is our producer ungahamba as far as what? As producing the same output as what? As the perfect competitor. So starting production levels, the perfect competitor. Starting production levels, you have a monopolist. We get the difference. Then you is surplus capacity for who? For the monopolist. Who is over? Is it clear? In monetary terms, because the difference in those output units produced, so times about by the selling price which are being charged, then these figures are in the actual profits. Who is over? Right. Why would government grant patents to producers? Why would the government? There could be many reasons. Huh? There could be many reasons. Gashi is protection. Here's a lot of it. In the protection. Oh God. Nina kula njalo makumele kufunda. Walter the physician. Right. Then guys, to protect their intellectual property, patent there. Yes. 2, to protect strategic what? Industries. So what are strategic industries? In our industry, our government comes up with so that as a result are bringing about any growth in the economy, are bringing about any economic equity, helping about any the job opportunities. So those what we call in strategic what industries. Guess what, guys? Good Lama industries now were established for a certain purpose, for the government to be able to what to realize those objectives, those main objectives of the state.